friends. I'm here today at WhichCraft with the owner. We're going to introduce Jody, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his business.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Kathy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is WhichCraft. We're a craft beer bottle shop, tap room, and cafe. Been open here in Mueller for coming up on 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in November. We have 30 taps of craft beer you can drink on site. We also do growlers and crowlers to go. We've got a huge selection of probably 500 different bottles and cans of beer to go. And then we are a full service coffee program and cafe too.
So how did you decide on doing coffee and beer?
You know, the coffee was actually kind of a late addition to the business model when we were looking at where this particular neighborhood of Mueller was back in, coming up on 3 years ago when I first started looking at the real estate. There was really nothing here, and so when we saw no one was doing specialty coffee in the neighborhood, there's so many parallels between craft coffee and craft beer, and we thought we could do it well given our pedigree with beer, and so we just decided to add it to the model, and it turned out to be a great decision. It gives us more open hours each day, which is of course great, but it gives us a lot more in different ways to connect with our customers too and take care of our customers, which is fantastic. So we see the same types of people. You're a good example. Come in for coffee in the morning and then beer, wine.
Work at the office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we love is it just gives us more ways to take care of our customers.
Nice. How did you pick which coffee you guys serve?
Yeah, so probably about 2 summers ago now, I went on the great roasting tour of Austin, and I toured about maybe 8 or 10 different roasteries, and we did what we call cupping, where you taste their different coffees, and just spent some time talking kind of their philosophy and where they were as roasters. And since we always knew that coffee was going to, I hate to say take a backseat to beer, but we always, we're a beer place, that's our pedigree. We wanted to find a roaster that we gelled well with and understood that while beer was going to be the focus, we still wanted to have a good quality coffee program. And so we met up with the Austin Roasting Company, hit it off right away with those guys. They are actually big craft beer aficionados too. They homebrew out of their roastery. Yeah, it was great. And so, we've just gotten along really well with them, and we use their beans there. They've been around for over a decade as a local business here in East Austin too. But most of their business is white label and direct-to-consumer stuff, so they don't have a huge cafe presence, so they're not a brand that you see in a lot of cafes. And that's actually one of the things that drew me to them is it allowed us to kind of grow together.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys select all your beers and the stuff on tap?
Yeah, well, that's the fun part, obviously. So with the draft beers, I get reps bringing me in samples, and it's a rough gig, but somebody has to taste all the beers and decide what to put on. So we organize everything both on the beer wall as well as the draft wall by styles, right? So we like to balance whether it's your IPAs or your stouts or your blonde ales, etc. So it's just a matter of seeing what we already have up on the wall, knowing what new beers and new seasonals are going to be coming out in the next few weeks to a month. Upcoming events plays a big part of it, so we decide which new beers to put on if a brewery has a new IPA coming out, as an example. And then from a package standpoint, from bottles and cans standpoint, we basically just buy whatever's new that comes out.
Yeah.
Kind of let consumers decide, what will stay in the assortment versus what we probably won't order again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how do you like the Mueller community?
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something we had heard nothing but good things coming in. But when we signed our lease, this was, I think, February of 2016, I want to say, so 2.5 years ago now.
Wow.
So the only thing that was here was the Thinkery. Even the Amley building that we're a part of, I think was just built. You probably remember better than I do, but but looking at the total development plans, we could see what was eventually going to happen, and we knew that it was going to be just a really great development. But what I think makes this neighborhood unique is it's an actual neighborhood. And in Austin, you don't get a ton of those. I grew up in the Seattle area, and so Seattle and like Denver and Portland are very neighborhood-focused places, and you got, everyone has all their amenities within a quarter mile, half mile of their house, which is awesome. It just creates such a cool community. And not a lot of places in Austin have that, but I could see that this development was going to be that. Even though it is a fairly new development, that's one of such the cool things about this particular project. And so when we could see where it was going, we knew that no one could do craft beer as well as us in this particular neighborhood. And adding the coffee to the model, we knew it was going to be a hit. So we've got nothing but fantastic support from our neighborhood and our community. Yes, it's been lovely so far. We see our regulars here all the time, so it's been just such a wonderful experience.
Yeah. So do you get a lot of walk-ins then?
Yeah, quite a few. With the Thinkery right next door, Alamo just around the corner. Obviously, people going to the park that's right across the street from us. Tons of folks walking by, which has been really great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in addition to the people who live above us and live within a quarter mile, half mile.
Yeah. Do you guys have any big future plans?
You know, we're always kind of casually looking for real estate, I would like to say. We don't have any, definite immediate plans to grow the brand, but, the nice thing about this model is it's fairly simple to run. We don't have a kitchen on site, so we allow customers to bring in their own food. We have some prepackaged things that we serve too. So for that reason, it's a pretty simple model, so there's no reason you can't do, beer and coffee in a lot of different places, in Austin or even beyond Austin too, so it's something we're talking about as a group.
Yeah. Well, and you have a shop on South Lamar.
I do, yeah. That was the original store, so I opened that one in 2014. That one's just a craft beer bottle shop, so no draft beer, no coffee, just bottles and cans to go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
I think that's about it. Thank you.
Well, thanks for spending time with me today. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.